Hi, Dory here again, where inspiration awaits beyond the Lavender Gate in Dory's Gardens. And today we are going beyond the Lavender Gate to look at some of our pottery. And why do I have a chicken here? Well, this is Susu, and she's 1 year old today. And so in honor of that, I thought she would want to be in the video. Plus, you know, chickens and pots, they kind of go together. Don't tell her. Anyways, let's go look and see what we can find over here. What I'm going to talk about today is how to choose the right pot for your garden and the different grades of pottery. And this is something that I'm still learning about. But I'll tell you what I've learned so far. Typically, the Mexican pottery, which is always really fun, you get these great fish shapes here, and you come back and you can get these fun urns that somebody painted and this real rustic look. It's nice, but because it's fired at a low fire, it's so porous, and so if their water gets in there in the winter time and it freezes, it'll crack. And so that's how oftentimes you see them just kind of laying by the side of the road. But I do love the look of them. And this is a concrete one here. So this is a Mexican style, but it's actually concrete. So that looks super old, and that will last a long time. So concrete is a great way to go. So then we move up to the next level, is more the pottery from China, and that you can typically tell because the color is different on the bottom. It's lighter weight, it has a different ring to it, real high ring, and so that's okay, but don't be sad if it freezes and cracks. So what you really want to go with is the Vietnamese pottery, and so oftentimes they'll have a label on it, handcrafted in Vietnam, like this one here, and it just is usually a darker clay, heavier, strong. You want to get something with a hole in it if you can. And so here's a nice display. Almost all of these are Vietnamese. Here, 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 and here. So the glazes are usually wonderful, and they're just sturdy. This is like super heavy here. What do you think? You like it? You like it? Okay, so another thing that I've learned is how to tell if a pot is cracked. So listen to the nice ring on this one. Okay? Boom. So you wouldn't even see the crack, but when you look closely, thin hairline crack. So if you get that sound at a nursery or a garden center, just bring that to their attention, and typically you'll get a discount. This is discounted. But I have several pots in the garden that have broken in 5 pieces, glued it together with a concrete adhesive, and they're working great. So just don't move them around. But you can get some good deals that way. So if you look down Pottery Row, you can see all the different colors. Let's see how Susu looks in this pot. You want to come see? There you go. Oh, she's not going for it. Anyway, she's a lot of fun. Another thing is, think about your colors. I have so many blues and turquoises because they just look great in the garden. They add a pop of color in the winter when it's cold like today. But don't discount white. Explore this white because it's going to set off everything. It's going to draw your eye to your garden. You put it in the back part of your garden so your eye moves through the garden to this. And I have one pot I'll show you at another time where I planted white flowers in the white pot. It's really nice. See, you hear that nice ring? And here, these flat pots, what are these for? Succulents. You typically have them in a shallow bowl because they dry out quickly, and you want that for a succulent. So this is great. You can put it on the ground. I like to put them up a little bit so you can really see what's going on. So that's about the different quality of pots. And next time, or in a couple weeks from now, we'll talk about how to make a beautiful container garden. So enjoy the day, and we'll see you when it's warmer, hopefully.